Hey guys, and happy Sunday yet again. I think it seems to be a recurring theme that I have build up every Sunday, so let's make a date for next week as well. See you next Sunday as well. So yes, today I've got to say I'm kind of in love with this build. Don't want to toot my own horn or trumpet or whatever, however you want to say it. But it's a Peacemaker Farmhouse and I'm obsessed. We're calling it Peacemaker Farmhouse, but I have really mixed in a lot of in-game content along with the custom content to make sure we've got kind of a nice blend, and it really is kind of more Maxis Match looking, and it just melds in with the game a little bit more. So if you haven't done already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It does really help out the channel and everything. And also I love to hear your comments, so feel free to comment whatever the hell you like down below. I will have all of the CC sets used in this build listed down below, and then I'll have one link to Peacemaker's Tumblr where you can download it all. So all of the custom content is from Peacemaker. You only have to go to one place to shop. His website, well, his Tumblr page is a very, very well organized, so you'll be able to find it really, really easily. So anyway, Peacemaker came out last weekend with Roarsome Kids stuff. No, I'm trying to turn it into an EA stuff back, aren't I? With Roarsome Kids bedroom stuff, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so I was like, it's kids stuff. I need to build a family home. So yeah, that was it. That was the inspiration for this. As you can see, we're starting off in a 30 by 40 lot in Brindleton Bay, and I did all this and I was like, this house is ginormous for this lot, and it really needs a lot of space around this kind of house. It's not a few plants in the front and the back of the garden kind of place, so we do end up moving it to a 64 by 64 lot because I'm a masochist and I hate myself, but it ends up looking so much better for it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I took my time. This build was done over like a period of 3 days. I think I did most of it on one day. I think it was like a Sunday or something. I started this, so I was supposed to record the tutorial video, the building tutorial video last Sunday, but instead I started this. So yeah, you're gonna have to wait another week for that tutorial video. Hopefully that'll be here next Sunday. But yeah, I've already picked up the house I'm gonna build for it, so we're looking good. We're more organized now. But yeah, we've already moved onto the 64 by 64 lot in Brindleton Bay. I love this lot. The last house I built here, I can't remember what it's called, but it was one of my favorites as well. This lot is just, I don't know what it is about the lot, but it makes me build good. That was great English. But I definitely wanted to make sure on this build that actually I wasn't going to heavily landscape this like crazily. I was going to make sure that it had loads of trees because it's meant to be a country build, so I feel like there'll just be a lot of green open space around it. So you would put, as you can see, probably the actual house itself probably takes up less than a quarter of the lot size, so all the rest is landscaping. And I went through and did like a little driveway up the side, so the garage is actually at the back of the house, and so we do a kind of like fenced in back garden, but then you have the rest of it. Of course they own the rest of the land, but it's not so heavily well manicured, if you get what I mean. But yep, you can see the garage there, and I love the garage doors. They're beautiful. We do put, of course, a nice little sized up fan there. I hope we get some more toy things that we can size up, because there's only so many times I could do a pickup truck, a tiny sports car, some kind of family saloon car, and a van. every build seems to have one of them, and I really do like to put garages in because they just make the build just that little bit more realistic. And also lots of the builds that I get where I take my inspiration from, a lot of the floor plans that I look at as well, they have garages and they just finish off the build. I did put the house onto this lot, like I didn't plan on doing a garage, and then I put it on this lot and I was like, whoa, the house is way too small. So I was like, I'm gonna have to build something extra. So that's when the garage came in. But yeah, so we've done a little fenced in area, white picket fence. Obviously this is the dream, living the dream. You can see there, I put it in off camera, you can see the beginnings of a natural pool. I very quickly skip over that because I have done a lot of ponds, natural pools, all that kind of stuff in all of my other videos. So if this is the first video you're ever seeing and you want to know exactly how I do it, feel free to go and look at every other video I've done because I think they appear in every one. Yeah. And the terrain here, I really like this. I stole it from Aidan Devon Bumpkin, who stole it from the Great Symphony, but that's using the 2 terrain paints that came with Get Together. They're identical, but one has grass in between the paving slabs, and it just adds a bit of interest. I always do this. I add some kind of interest to terrain. I never just used like one straight terrain. You'll see like I've blended it into where the grass is, things like that. And also on all my paths I normally put just a bit of dirt around the outside because it just makes it kind of more 3-dimensional rather than 2-dimensional. And it just helps it all blend in. It just blurs the lines out and it doesn't hurt my eyes so much. That's my technical term. That's all I got. But I do a fly through for this, so I completely forgot to say at the beginning, if you are someone that likes to skip through and just go to the fly through, there is a link down in the description just to skip straight on to the fly through. I haven't done a fly through in a hot minute. I remember doing the Peacemaker Hamptons build and I was like, I'm not doing fly throughs anymore, I'm doing screenshots. And then when I feel like it, I'll do fly-throughs. This is the first time I felt like it. And it's just because I felt like the house deserved a fly-through. I just love the build, I'm not gonna lie. There is like, how many bedrooms? 4 bedrooms in it. 3 kids' rooms and 1 master bedroom. And I don't really tend to have families that have that many Sims in it. We normally have maybe like 2 kids at a max. So I don't know when I'm gonna get to use it. I may have to adapt it and like get rid of 1 kid's room and make it into something else. I don't know. But this build, I really want to focus on kids. So there's lots of kids equipment out here. We did a really cute sandpit. I think I saw Sim Lissy, Dawn's, one of her Brindleton Bay, a build she done before we did the Brindleton Bay collab. She did a sandpit in the garden. I was like, that was so cute, and I haven't replicated one until now. It just popped back into my head. So I love the whole sandpit idea. Of course your Sims are probably gonna go out there and try and tidy up all the toys, but you know, it looks good for now. I'm sure you can stop them from doing that. So we're moving on to the not so natural pond pool thing. I do heavily edit this and skip through, so you can just see me putting all the rocks around the outside. In a few of my previous ones I've been doing more plants than rocks, but you know what, I've decided that I think more rocks look better than plants. For some reason when I put more and more plants there instead of rocks, it just looks messier. It just looks a bit weird and unkept. And we're putting these algae thingies in that came with Get Together. I think I only do those ones and not the ones that came with Jungle Adventures, but a few lily pads and stuff. You might see a few things in the catalogue that you're like, where the hell did she get those? They are debug items. I always have debug active on my computer, on my game. I always have the debug items, so I will chuck in a few of them as we go along. My favourite debug item has to be the Spa Day magazine, because that's great clutter. That's always one thing I miss when I'm not using CC. I say that now, but Peacemaker doesn't have that much clutter items. He doesn't that many clutter items. So I usually kind of use debug items to supplement that. It's kind of the same as just using Brazen Lotus, I suppose. But now we've moved on to the inside. And this is when I started to really, really like the build. The outside, yeah, okay, it's nice. But the inside, I think I just realised my forte is definitely interiors. For the outside, I had all my reference images from Pinterest. I had, I think I took this from a floor plan. Not too sure. I found a website that I really love. It's called Southern Living, and it has so many different types of floor plans and everything. And it's just so quick for me to get new ideas and stuff. That I love that place. So we go there, but I'm going to talk all about that in my tutorial video, all the different places I go to find inspiration. But yeah, when I get into the inside, I never have inspiration images. I never do it. I just get a few items out. I will normally have some kind of direction I want to aim in, colour-wise, I think, or some kind of emotion or atmosphere I want to create. So I definitely wanted this build to be more cozy and lived in. So I wanted it to be a mix between modern and traditional farmhouse items that you would have. So it's definitely a mix between the two. So you'll have like a kind of more modern kitchen, but you still got the fireplace and the wooden floors and the curtains and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I was aiming for, but I just literally get out a few items and just see where those items take me. So I don't actually have a rule about what room I start furnishing. Some people always do the kitchen. Some people always do the master bed. I don't. I'm just whatever I feel like decorating in at that point in time is what I will do. So this time it was the living room, and we've already moved on to the kitchen. We kind of got a whole open plan, living, kitchen and dining room. I really love doing these whole little kind of breakfast nooks, so we have another one of those. I love them. They're gorgeous. I've definitely had one in the last build. Yeah, I did. Yeah, those are just my little obsession. And I loved these green wall cabinets. I just love the whole mix. A lot of the colours on the downstairs was brown and neutral tones mixed with green and teal and a splash of navy as well, I think. Yeah, so kind of those three. But yeah, we carried it on into the kitchen, and I saw those seats. I don't actually use that colour swatch, the stools, but they match perfectly with the wall cabinets. But then I thought they were a little bit too matchy, so I changed them to a neutral colour. But yeah, I've really focused on mixing Peacemaker's content with in-game stuff. I feel like sometimes people have a tendency maybe to just use all of Peacemaker's content, but I kind of like to mix and match stuff to create my own kind of look. As I said, sometimes I feel like I rely too much on custom content, and it's really easy to just get a Peacemaker set and use every item out of it, and then you have the perfect looking kitchen. But I feel like in a place like this, it's not about being perfect. It would almost be too perfect if I used all of the items from his set to do the whole room. So I mix and match them all together. We have so much content in game now, it would just be rude not to use it, to be quite honest. But yeah, I do switch out the table there that's in the breakfast nook. I think I moved that table into the formal dining room, and in here I use the glass table that came with seasons. And I really love those what do you call them, those displays of plants there at the window from Seasons. Those are my slight new obsession. So yeah, we're just putting in more clutter items into the kitchen and all that jazz. But while I'm here, I should mention, if you didn't know already, in every video I have a link to discount games at Instant Gaming in the description, and you guys have been clicking on it and money has been going into my Instant Gaming account. So we now have enough to do a stuff pack giveaway. So that's what I said we were going to do. I said once we get enough credit in that account, we were going to do a stuff pack giveaway. So I'm wanting to know, should I do a stuff pack giveaway or should we leave it a little bit and do a game pack giveaway? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's definitely going to be a Twitter giveaway, just because I know it's kind of a bit dodgy doing it on YouTube. You get people changing their username and pretending to be other people, so I want to cut that out and just do it as a Twitter giveaway, or maybe even a Twitch one. I think probably a Twitch/Twitter giveaway, something like that. I'm not quite decided, but let me know if you'd like to hold on a little bit and we can do a little game pack giveaway. So yeah, if you are looking for any games, link is in the description. I'm now an affiliate for CD Keys as well. I kind of always switch between the two to find the cheapest price. That's what I do whenever I'm trying to buy games. So I'll leave both of them linked in the description. So yeah, that's what I'm doing from now on. We're going to do giveaways using that money that is in the account. So thank you for using it. Shall give it all back to you. Everyone deserves to have the stuff packs and the game packs of the game. They bring you so much joy. So yeah, we're still doing little extra touches. I think I'm just going through and doing the lighting in this area. But we have got a slightly longer video today because there was just so much detail. So much. But I'm going through and putting in the little tiny kids details, like the school project that's going to go on the table, that volcano thing that's in debug. I just love putting in the little extra details and all this. So this one is more of the formal dining room. I imagine that no one's basically going to be eating in here. Your Sims are probably always going to be eating in the breakfast nook or something. But you know, you've got to have a formal dining room. I feel like most people have them and then they never ever use them. So, you know, let's not break with tradition and let's put them in. I did see one image, I think I had a reference image where someone used those types of like high backed rounded armchairs, and I was like, Peacemaker has ones identical to those. They would be perfect in this house. So that was, I think, the only inspiration I had for the interior. But I just knew I wanted to build this entire house just to showcase his new kids' bedroom collection, because man, I just needed to show it. It's just so good. It's just animals. You'll see it when I go up there. I may get high pitched, and I apologize, like RIP headphone users. I also just a weird one. Forever and a day I've been having to turn up my microphone whenever I do voiceovers for speed builds. Even was having problems with my mic being too low on streams, and I found out that there is actually a volume control for microphones on Windows. This is my problem, being a Windows noob, that I didn't even know there was a microphone control. I thought, you know, plug it in, good to go. I thought, no, apparently there's a microphone control, and mine was set at 50% by default. So yeah, I've put it to 100 now. It's probably going to be blaring and I'm going to be like, oh God, I've got to record the whole thing over again because my voice is just like peaking and clipping off, but we will get there eventually, you know. So we moved on to the master bedroom. Again, neutral colours. It's just warm and inviting. It's not autumnal though. We're just going to say it's kind of all year round universal. If you see I'm building this build in summer, that is just because with the seasons, the other seasons make it really difficult to do a build. Sure, stuff looks nice in the other seasons, but for building, you just kind of want to see what the finished article is going to be. So building in the summer is just so much easier. If you build in spring, the hydrangeas don't even have flowers. So if you go in to build, then you've got no flowers on the bushes, and you're like, interesting. Same with winter, same with autumn. Then autumn, they're gone. So it's just easiest to build in summer. But still, the lighting is just, some of it's a little bit crazy. I went to go and put this build on several different lots before I finalised and put it on this one. I moved to the 50 by 50 lot in, where was it? In Willow Creek. The one that already has the big mansion on it. So I bulldozed that, put it on there, and whoa, it's got a crazy swamp green like tint on the whole entire lot. So if you, when I place this and it's like a light cream on the outside, it's kind of grey beigey colour. It was green. And I was like, what happened? So then I went and I bulldozed the park lot, because that's also 50 by 50 in Willow Creek, and that had perfect lighting. So I went to like the neighbourhood view, so the world view, and you can see on the preview, the one on the regular 50 by 50 lot is green, and the one on the park is perfectly lit and the exact colour it's supposed to be. It's just crazy. I have no idea what's going on in the lighting on that lot, but it's swamp green and not very attractive. We'll put it that way. It's not very attractive. I don't know. Some people are like, oh, the lighting's changed since seasons. I don't mind it too much. Yeah, I don't have any strong things. You know, some people are complaining maybe about the darkness from when it rains, but I actually turn off the rain and the snow and everything for when I'm building, because if you have the rain, it makes the game so dark. But anyway, we've moved on to my favourite bit in the whole entire, moved on to this. I saw the wallpaper that is base game wallpaper, and I was like, oh, we have to do a jungle theme. Then I was watching somebody build and they used that carpet on the floor, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot that existed. And I was like, I always thought it looks like giraffe. And then I was like, we have giraffe in the game. I like kids giraffe. And I was like, let's put it together. What do you get? We get a jungle themed bedroom. This is the cutest bedroom ever. My bedrooms for kids are not normally this fussy. Like, I don't actually normally use carpet on the floor for my builds. It's normally wooden floors throughout all of my builds, but I just felt like this room needed the carpet. It's fun. Kids need to have fun sometimes. Sometimes it's not all about looking great, but using Peacemaker's set together with everything else around it that's already in game, it's beautiful. The beanbag and everything with the ears, cute. Everything matching. I'm just like, yes. I think this will actually make me want to play more with kids in the game, which I always struggle with because I feel like there's nothing to do with them. I just feel like when I have kids in my game, I'm kind of waiting for them to hurry up and grow up, and then when they're a teenager, I'm even worse. I'm just like, hurry up and get to a young adult, and then I can move on and play with you, and then I forget about the parents that I started with, and I'm like, okay, we just want to focus on you. It's weird. I always play like focusing on one sim. They're my main sim, and everyone else is kind of extras. And then it will swap, and it'll be one of the kids will become the main person, and I'll be focusing on their relationships and their job prospects and their school and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I really liked in here. I actually used the cars as toy cars, which was a new concept. I don't think I've ever used those in a build as an actual toy, which I find quite amusing when I put them there. I was like, I don't even know what size these were, because I never use them in kids' rooms. But it's really cute. You'll see in the fly through, the boy of the family is playing in here, and it's just, I love it. I end up putting shutters in this room as well. I think they look really cool. They're almost like we're on safari or something. I really wanted to put some, like maybe a green wall in here, would look good. I thought about it, but then I really, really wanted that wallpaper to be shown. I could have just done that as a green wall, but I didn't want to. It's so cute. So cute. I just wish we had some curtains to go with it, but that's why I ended up doing shutters instead, because those curtains didn't really make sense. They had fish on them, fish bones, and yeah, it just didn't make sense. Of course, I had to make sure I used the giraffe that came with the game as well, and giraffe bookcase as well. Look how cute that is. Oh, everything's just too cute. Yeah, I need my current household. I need to like concentrate and play so that I can use this house. I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna have to have 3 kids, so let's get to it. But yeah, I started a new current household, and I always start off in San Myshuno. I always start off in an apartment, so I think I'd like to do an apartment build for the channel, because I haven't done one in ages. Like, it's been a long time. Also, I haven't done an industrial build in ages as well. And I think we have enough items now in game for me to kind of almost do it CC free. I'm thinking what items in my CC I would really want in order to make it industrial. Whenever I do industrial though, it always goes like eclectic. And for eclectic, my go-to person is Bow 5. They do some amazing custom content. Some chairs and rugs are just essential to my eclectic look. So maybe I'll have to say no, I can't use them, so I get a true industrial build. There'll be concrete everywhere. It'll be great. I think we have loads of stuff now that has concrete elements, like the Seasons, bathroom set that has concrete on there. We have loads of stuff. So we're on to the girls' bedroom. It's super cute. The colour palette is adorable. We have cats, we have koalas, we have bears. It's just too much for my heart to take. It's just too cute. It's too cute. I did while making the fire through play test, and for some reason I think maybe, I know occasionally in my game it does this. I don't think it's a placement on my part or anything wrong with the set, but my sim didn't want to sit down on the chair and do her homework. She can sit on the chair, she can sit at the desk, but for some reason when I tell her to do her homework, she picks it up and she goes to walk off downstairs to go and do homework, even though there's a seat there, like a beanbag right next to her. There's the bed there, the floor is there, but for some reason I think there's a few routing issues and your sims are going off to do stuff that you tell them to, like on the other side of the house. So I think that's a thing. So apologies, but I don't think it's anything to do with the placement of the table or anything like that. So what can I say? We've got one more bedroom. So this is basically built for a family of 5. The master bedroom's downstairs. Upstairs we have 3 of the kids' bedrooms. We have the jungle themed room. We have this pinky, purpley, bluey girls' bedroom. And then we also have a blue themed toddler bedroom. So plenty of space. Plus they have a nice little play area which is surrounding a fire, which is a bit dangerous, some may say. But yeah, there's a TV upstairs, so you could just be like, kids, go upstairs, stay upstairs, keep yourself entertained. This is obviously my idea of parenting. No, that's why I don't have kids. Keep yourself entertained. That's why I must get bored of playing kids in the game, because I play like that so bad. I'm trying to play the game in different ways. I'm attempting it. I'm trying all the time. This is the only bathroom I think I show you in the whole entire build, because you know what? This is already long enough as it is, and I don't want to bore you even more. This is the only bathroom. They're all pretty similar apart from the master ensuite. That one, actually, I just advise you, if you want to see more of this build, please just go to the gallery and download it. It's worthwhile. Yeah, so it's on the gallery. I'm not going to upload this to Tumblr or anything. I'm not going to make a Tumblr post. I'm literally just going to put it on the gallery and link to all the items from Peacemaker that you're going to need for it, because I don't think it needs a Tumblr post, that's why. And I just want you to have this now and be able to enjoy it and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a few more builds in the future that kind of just use CC from one creator, which is what I said before. Peacemaker's just the easiest person to use because he has so much content. I'm thinking of going through my custom content and having a clean out. Of course, Peacemaker's going nowhere. It's like, you pry it from my cold dead hands, and there's no way you're getting rid of that CC from my game. But yeah, I think I should focus and showcase a few more different custom content creators and their stuff and blah 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 blah. So maybe a Bow 5 one would be good for industrial. We could do an apartment. I love doing apartments because I don't have to think about the outside, because I see houses sometimes as just pretty vessels and pretty like display cases for my interior, because interiors come to me so easily. That's what I need, so much reference material for the outside, and then I get in the inside and I'm just like, nope, don't look at anything else. It just flows out and that's it. But I let the items speak to me and determine how I'm going to decorate things and all that kind of jazz. But you know, it's so much easier if you have great content. If you've got Peacemaker content, I feel like it's easier, takes the pain away, and we do it. So this toddler bedroom, we're doing like a changing table. I'm sure you've seen me do that 1,000 times, but with the Peacemaker chest of drawers, it looks even cuter. So that's the vintage Glamour ottoman raised up to look like a changing table there. And then there's some bottles from Peacemaker. I think it was the Hamptons set, and they have pink colours and blue colours, and it just looks to me like Johnson's baby lotion. That's why I chose the pink one. It just reminds me of Johnson's baby lotion, so I was like, yeah, we're using that. And the artwork that came with the Roarsome kids set, it's just adorable, and it really does match in quite well with some of the other things we got. Is that the base game? It is, isn't it? The one on the right. I think it's base game. And I've also used more kids, my first pet stuff content in this. Another disclaimer, there is that content in there, but you know what? The more I use it in my game, the more I'm loving it, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to say it. For kids' bedrooms, the set is great. It just completes the cats and dogs. Of course, we all say it should have been in cats and dogs, blah, 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 blah. But it just completes it. And I have put a hamster there, so they've got a hamster to look after. I do actually wish that I'd put in like a pet bowl and bed as well, because I feel like they would have a dog. I did get a family from the gallery, and I had to actually delete the dog because I was like, I haven't put any dog stuff in this house. I can't do false advertising. But anyway, we are moving on to the fly through. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back very soon with the tutorial video. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all those fun things, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.